What the inflation got to do with rent?
Excuse me?
What the inflation got to do? Like, dude, you have no idea what you're saying. You have no idea.
You don't know what you're saying.
If you have an interest rate of 5 to 7% and home values remain the same because not too many people are buying homes, that means that rent cannot increase as much.
That's not how that works.
Now,
you said that rent should go up, but not by 300 to 400%. So
yes.
what? Excuse me. So what is the limit?
My Lord, man.
What's up to you online? 617.
Hey, what's going on, man? I was watching the video that you have for Ben Shapiro. I mean, there's so many crazy things in your opinions, but let's just start with that, right? I guess Ben Shapiro was saying that people should move in the places they cannot afford.
Pretty much, basically.
You know the history of minorities, especially blacks living in major cities. You look at how decimated those cities are, how unsafe those cities were, the building condition, the conditions on some of these buildings that were, and the rent was apparently not too expensive, right? Ronald Reagan went to the Bronx one time, and he told those people that live there, well, you know, government investing is not going to help. Even that Jimmy Carter already had a plan, building homes with private sector funding for people that live in those communities, selling them at the fair market value that they could pay. The program was stopped, everything. You know what Ronald Reagan told them? Well, don't live here, move to the suburbs. So the blacks that they could afford, you know, they went to school, they did a little bit better, they moved to the suburbs. 30, 40 years forward, after the crack cocaine and all the decimation and all the abuse and everything that done to black people in this country, they decided to build more police stations. They decided to build infrastructure. They built a new Yankee Stadium. I mean, New York looks completely different. But guess what? The people that live there, they can no longer stay there because the rent is too high. My point is, what is the problem in Mamdani providing rent freeze for people that live there for quite a while, for New Yorkers? That they are ready, these apartments, they have many building code violations, and the landlords keep raising the rent on them. What is the problem with rent freeze? What is so bad? And what is so bad that increasing subsidies for people that cannot afford homes, so they could stay in their own neighborhoods? What is the problem?
Okay, now as far as the rent freeze is concerned, these kind of programs don't work because if the landlord is not being paid, then how are they able to afford to improve the property? They're
being paid. What do you mean they're not being paid? They're being paid. What are you talking about?
It's a rent freeze. Who's paying the rent?
Man, do you know what rent freeze is, bro?
Who's paying the rent?
The tenant.
So what is a rent freeze in your mind?
Rent freeze is that you cannot increase the rent as you want. The rent will stay steady.
It's okay.
It stays steady.
Okay,
but a certain period of time. All
right. The problem is, stop talking. The problem is, my same point still stands. If they can't raise the rent to the appropriate level, how are they going to afford to pay for the repairs? Because the repairs, the things that go into a home increase with time. So you can't just say we can't increase the rent. It doesn't make any sense.
Okay, let me help you out. Let me walk you through everything. The rent in New York, in certain, like for example, in the Bronx, is already way over the limit.
Over what limit?
Wait.
No, wait. What limit is? What are you talking about? The limit? What limit?
Well, for example, why the rent in the Bronx for one bedroom is $2,300.
Okay.
And what Mamdani was saying, that this landlord.
Wait. What's excuse me? What is the limit? You said it was over the limit. What's the limit?
Well, I mean, why the rent would increase to 300-400% in less than 20 years?
Because you have inflation.
400%? Why? What is the reason?
You have inflation that happens throughout the whole country.
What the inflation got to do with rent?
Excuse me?
What the inflation got to do? Like, dude, you have no idea what you're saying. You have no idea.
You don't know what you're saying. You don't know what you're saying because inflation. Listen, inflation impacts everything, not just grocery store prices or cars. It affects your rent. It affects your mortgage. It affects everything. The materials, the repair costs, all of that goes up too.
You have no idea what you're saying, ABL. So
No, you don't know what you're saying. You don't know what you're saying because all the rent goes up, mortgages go up. That's called inflation.
Okay, let me help you out for 3 minutes. You are gonna allow me to explain to you for 3 minutes?
We don't got that much time, so make it 1 minute.
Okay, because it takes more than 3 minutes. You're saying a bunch
1 minute.
of things that doesn't make any sense.
Stop.
Okay, so one of the major problems that led to home values to go way over the limit, it was when they lowered the interest rate.
What limit?
You're going to allow me to explain to
What limit?
Okay, see, if you have an interest rate of 5 to 7% and home values remain the same because not too many people are buying homes, that means that rent cannot increase as much.
That's not how that works.
Now, but you're going to allow me to explain or not?
That's not how that works.
Okay, if you lower the interest rate to 2%, 2.83% from 5%, and you have it low, obviously the payment is going to be lower. If the payments are lower, more people will buy homes. That's one part. You're going to allow me to explain to you or not?
Go ahead.
Then you have the FHA loans, where you only require a 3.5% down payment and low credit score. They even lower the credit score, so more people will buy in this home. Fine, these people that bought this home when the value was increasing was fine. And also, you have the equity firm buying buildings and increasing the value of the rent as they like, as the demand like. So that means the people that live in Manhattan, they can afford this prices in Manhattan, they move to the Bronx. The other thing is your boy, President Trump, planning to increase the amount of HB1 visa, the working visa, and the student visa. He's planning to bring 600 Chinese students into the United States. The students need a place to live, so rent goes up.
That's not true. That's not true. Excuse me. That's not true. I read.
Okay, all right.
Excuse me. I read a statement earlier from the White House, and they said that the number of Chinese students is not going to increase. That is the current number that has been going on for many years. But go ahead.
No, that's not true.
It is true. I read it earlier. So
okay, yeah. Blah blah blah.
Okay, I read it earlier. I read it earlier. So look, why do you think that rent shouldn't go up? Why do you think that it should stay the same? Do you think rent should just be the same for 20 years and not go up at all?
No, but don't increase.
So if rent should go up according to you, then when should it go up?
Rent can go up, but not as much as 300%.
So what is the limit?
For 300.
Excuse me, what's the limit?
When?
You said that rent should go up, but not by 300 to 400%. So
yes.
What? Excuse me. So what is the limit?
My Lord, man, dude, are you acting a fool or what?
You said the rent should go up, but it should not go up 300 to 400%.
Rent goes up as inflation go up, and also as the labor market and also the pay go up. So that means if you make, let's say minimum wage is $20.
I'm waiting for the answer. Come on, keep talking. We don't got all day.
Let's assume the rent goes $200. Let's say it went from $500 to $700. How come the rent is gonna go in 5 years to $1,400? That means go above the average.
My question, sir. My question to you was: you said the rent should not go up 300 to 400%. But you said it should go up. So excuse me. If you say it should go up, but it should not go up 300 to 400%, what is the limit to what it can go up to?
According to the demand.
So you don't know. So the answer is you don't know. So if you don't know, then why would you? So if you don't know the answer, why would you say what the answer is not?
Okay, ABL. Trying to understand.
Nah, I understand very well. You're just not really that smart. You're just kind of retarded. That's all.
You are the one that doesn't can understand here. If you have 3,000 houses for sale. Oh, you put them on hold. Okay.
Nah, go on. Come on, buddy. You don't got all night. Come on, get it out.
Okay. So if you have 3,000 homes for sale, for example, and you have 2,000 buyers, do you think the home value is gonna go up? Versus having 10,000 people wanted to buy those homes. So you have more people that want to buy homes and less home available. That means home values will go up as much. Will go even way much more. And the reason is because the interest rate, they keep it too low. FHA loans conditions that are never been in favor of the FHA loans, and also labor market conditions. All these people that never live in New York, never were interested in living in New York, moved to New York because school and work decided to expand and move into neighborhoods that they were never ever thinking about living because the safety and the condition changed. That's the reason that rent is going up. So what is the problem with Mamdani putting subsidized rent? What's the problem with that?
Because it doesn't work. And ultimately what's going to happen is you're not going to fix the issue of slumlords or anything like that, because the money got to come from somewhere to fix these properties. It's simple as that.
Dude.
But thank you for the call. Thank you for the call. Have a nice night. Have a nice night. Been on too long. We don't got all night. You're dumb. You don't understand the way the economy works. Rent goes up because you have inflation. The property costs more to maintain. Your power bill costs more. Your water bill costs more. The cost to actually repair certain things, GC is going to cost more. Your materials cost more. Everything costs more. Maintenance of your home is going to increase with time because of inflation and other factors, but definitely your maintenance. Also, there could be a high demand on the property. So if you're living in Manhattan and you got a property on the market and you list it and there's a bidding war right away, and a bunch of properties have that same thing happen to it, it's a bidding war right away. Everybody's like, yeah, I pay it right now, I pay it in cash. At a certain point, you got to raise the price to what the market is able to actually afford. Now, this may price out some people, but it is what it is. That's just the way real estate is. So if you're priced out, now it's time to go. You can't just say, keep the rent the same. There's no incentive for the landlord to do anything to the home or to rent it out, because they're not making money they should be making. They might actually end up losing money. It doesn't make any sense. It's something that doesn't work. It's communism. Communism doesn't work. We've tried it over and over again. It never ever works. Rent gonna go up because things go up. Inflation gonna go up. The demand is higher. If you're living in a community where it's not a lot of people there, it's not super high demand, all of a sudden you build a stadium there, you put something out there, you get more financial resources there. Now it becomes more desirable, and as a result, the property is going to be worth more money. If you fix up a neighborhood that was ramshackle, dilapidated, it'll be worth more money. Therefore, it's going to cost more to live there. So when you say like gentrification happens and it fits with the neighborhood, yeah, it's going to cost more because you have a better neighborhood. People want to have both ways. They want to live for poverty prices and a beautiful place. It don't work like that. If you pay poverty prices, you're going to live in poverty. If you pay not poverty prices, you're going to live better. It's up to you to determine what level of ambition you're going to have to live where you want to live. That's how that works. It's not up to the government to make that decision for you.